Hey beautiful souls, it's your girl Jay Arias, and I'm gonna bring forth a new free aura reading, and I'm gonna be doing my soul sister Ziya. So yes, I do know her on a personal level, but I've never like tried to read her aura or anything like that. So it was a really beautiful, amazing experience connecting to her, and also being able to connect to her guides, or I feel like higher aspects of herself that came through, which has never happened for me before. May I say, I don't even know my own higher self's name or my higher self's names. I do know my oversoul's name is Seraphina Nura, but I thought this was really cool. So let's get into this. So Ziya is a soul sister, and immediately when I met her, I felt familiarity with her. You know, those people they're family, right? They're not just friends. She's not just a best friend to me. Yes, she's a best friend, but she's a soul sister and so much more. But her ancestor is Malcolm X. Yes, Malcolm X. And for a while I looked, she's very passionate about how the government does the people, about how, you know, things, basically how the world is ran, about how the government does us, right? She's very passionate about that. And on an earthly standpoint, I was connecting like, oh yeah, it's because your ancestor is Malcolm X. That makes so much sense. But when I like look in her energy and the downloads that came through, she is a freedom fighter through and through. Her essence alone. And it makes so much sense why she gets so passionate about the governments and things like that. Because she has always enacted universal law, divine law, mostly, in her essence, in her journey throughout the cosmos. So she did give me permission to share this, and I want to say thank you so much. Thank you again for letting me read your field. Remember, auras are always changing. Most times you're going to see someone, they're probably going to have the same few colors throughout their life, but it does always change. New things get added through experience, through upgrades, through different shifts in environments, moods, all kinds of stuff. Immediately, I looked at her. Well, not looked at her, I ain't gonna lie. She told me she would let me post it, and that she would like an aura reading, because I was really like, I want to give you an aura reading, you know what I'm saying? And when I was like, okay, what's Ziya's colors? Because I get things through downloads, and I'm like, okay, violet, blue, deep blue, okay, peach, I got peach, orange, okay, there's a little bit of light yellow, is that what no, gold, okay, and there's quartz in there, okay, so it tells me instantly, you got the blue and the violet, she's an indigo child, okay, and she's definitely connected to the blue flame lineage, but she has major ties to the violet ray. So Ziya, if you ever wondered where your soul essence sparked out of creation from Prime Creator, it's the blue ray, okay? But you have major ties to the violet ray. And right now, I would say you're going through what I would say a violet ray initiation. And at the same time, the angel numbers 909 and 848 appeared when I was in her energy. So I just assumed, this is about Ziya. And it definitely makes sense if you watch to the end of this video. So 909 came through. This is the completion portal. A cycle is closing. Old energy is clearing. You're shedding what no longer resonates with your future self. Themes you can be experiencing right now: endings, release, soul reset, initiation, the 9 energy frequency number, right? It calls you into embodiment. It's initiations, it's ego deaths for the embodiment. 848 is stabilizing the path forward. And I do apologize about this. My son got a hold of my glasses. I ordered another pair and things like that, but oh well. I can't see without them. I got astigmatism. Anyways, so this is about stabilizing the path forward. New foundations are forming for you. I heard it very clearly come through, like, rest, baby. Things are going to get better for you, okay? Your self-worth, your habits, health, and finances are being rebuilt stronger, okay? Themes in your life right now are going to be about protection, around finances, things like that. Grounded balance while you're going through these initiations, because you could be feeling very scattered, maybe even feel a little chaotic, a little like out your body sometimes, and it's because in a sense you're being put through the void to shed these so you can be ready for your new timeline that's coming in. Okay, this is about reconstructing. You might notice themes of reconstructing in your life and inner security, like you just noticing more, going inward more, right? And together these codes say that rest. Your next timeline is preparing itself. Things are going to get better. And your aura confirms this. Your field looks like someone stepping into a new embodiment guided by higher self and ancestral guardians. So here I have my notes. So like if you do purchase one, it'll be like this, but it'll be like in real pretty colors and stuff. But yeah. And like more personal things that come through, obviously I wouldn't share. And I mean, I might add this to a tier, like make this like where you can get a video of me breaking down your aura reading. But right now, this is what you're getting. But it's so much fun, okay? So the intuitive drops that I got. So you got the violet, you got that deep blue, you're an indigo child. This is about deep inner sight, intuitive wiring, and old soul consciousness. And also I picked up that you have heavy Blu-ray wiring too. And I thought that was kind of strange for me, because I was like, it opened my mind, it helped me learn a lot more. But I thought like, you know, the Blu-rays came and then the indigos came, but no, you definitely got a lot of Blu-ray wiring as well. Still. And then when I say your third eye with that is awakening, your third eye has always been woke. You've always been woke. It's just it's leveling up. You're leveling up right now. So you could be getting a lot of symbols, flashes, dreams, synchronicities, that inner quiet knowing knob turning up right now. And you may be noticing a lot of 9s in your life, if you pick up on angel numbers and things like that, or just again what that 9 energy brings, right? You could definitely resonate with that at this time. You carry blue flame lineage, and that's those connected to the Elohim, the Emerald Covenant, and heart-centered truth, right? So this was really amazing for me, guys, because I told you guys, I don't even know my own higher self's name, like that different aspects of myself, but I do know my oversoul's name is Seraphina Nura. But I thought this was so beautiful because not once for a client yet have I been able to tap into what their guides look like or a name. So I'm gonna get ahead of myself. So she's got this Arcturian guide who is helping her right now. Very present, very protective, very strong, calm, helping her navigate intelligently. 8:08 on the clock when I say that. Helping her navigate intelligent steps forward to get her to that timeline. But that Arcturian guide is also helping her clear timelines in her night time. So you may notice when you're sleeping or something, like you'll have may feel like deja vu, like, oh, I've lived this before, I've seen this before. Maybe you're reliving past things in your dreams. It's not really to traumatize you, but more to be purged, and you can clear those timelines in dream time. So it's like you're doing shadow work here, so in the daytime things can speed up and move quicker for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you do have an Arcturian guide. I believe these are higher aspects of yourself. I do. But who knows, right? I'm not God. You are going through a violet ray activation right now, and this shows big for you because you are an amethyst order child. So just kind of like there's blue ray, there's indigos, there's the diamond sun child, there's a gold ray, gold order child, there's an emerald order child. You are an amethyst order child. Okay, working with amethyst is going to be very beneficial for your nervous system, for your embodiment, and for your growth. Even listening to amethyst frequencies, if you can't get an amethyst, you know what I mean? It's just as powerful, if not more powerful, right? And this will help regulate your nervous system and help activate more of your DNA, or just again make the integration more smoother, right? Because ascension it's no joke. It's not all like it's not. But yeah, violet ray activation right now. So basically, like, her being part of the Amethyst Order, her being an Amethyst Order child, this tells me that she has walked through many lives here on Earth and in the cosmos where she has been a freedom fighter. She's carried those freedom codes. She's been able to be in her 0 point, where she has her light and her dark, her shadow and her light, her inner feminine and inner masculine very much in cohesion. Do you know what I mean? The Amethyst Order child, usually they have experienced a lot of persecution, execution trauma, not only here but up in the cosmos too. So this would be like witch hunt, past lives with the witch hunt trials, or they didn't only just do it to like the witch hunt in Massachusetts. Like, this goes, you know, if someone has hold their integrity, has hold their connection to source, and there's some kind of distorted entity facing you, and they want you to believe that, and you've always held truth. All kinds of people from different religions, different practices have been executed and persecuted for that. And so this tells me that you probably have had many lifetimes where you've been persecuted, executed, made feel wrong to be who you are and to step up and embody who you are and to be in your truth, okay? And I feel like this is a lifetime, or these are lifetimes that your Arcturian guide is also helping you clear through, so you can be more of that in this lifetime. So, also, you have an Orca guide that came through, okay? And she is of the Braha Raman order, okay? And she is assisting you as well, navigating and integrating your shadows, right? And never had this before. Azula is her name. And then I had to look up what Azula meant, because I'm thinking like Avatar, like, come on. No, Azula, Azul is Spanish, and is blue in Spanish, and then you think of like a lot of female names, the at the end, the divine Sophia, the divine feminine consciousness goes with the so that made a lot of sense. So I really do believe these are higher aspects of Ziya, not only just guides, but I could be wrong. And she's definitely got her mom with her, assisting her and helping her, and her grandpa's energy is very, very heavy, very present, and specifically he is a guide. He's guiding both her and her son, but specifically he's assigned a guide for her baby boy, which I thought was really beautiful that came through, because I've never had information like that come through before. And it's honestly awesome and beautiful that you guys get to go on this journey with me and, you know, get to see the growth and things like that, and that you guys can also incorporate these tools and these skills and, you know, believe in yourself and do it, because 2 years ago I'm like, I never thought I would be here, you know what I mean? And that also you have a lot of quartz and white and angelic protection in your aura, and this has been something that since a childhood you've been protected and guided. There's probably been a lot of situations where you've been in very dense karma. Basically you've probably walked through well, I know you have, but you've walked through hell and you've came up with your morals intact and your integrity still, and not a lot of people can say they can do that. And that's another thing of having that violet ray activated, being the ultimate alchemist, okay? And then I also pick up Vega, Lyra, and Orion. I feel like you were all freedom fighter in there. And then in Ophiuchus, you really specialized. That was where you really went and you mastered a lot of your skills on serpent medicine, integration, being that light in the poison, right? Okay, so that was the intuitive download. So now let's get into her aura color breakdown. So her picture's going to be here. So up towards the top, we got the violet. She is the alchemist, okay? And I honestly could have added way more violet around. She's spiritually sensitive. This is about awakening cycles, right? Psychic openings, old soul memory returning, and her field shows natural mysticism, inner wisdom, and multidimensional awareness. This is otherworldly connection, otherworldly beings being present and speaking to her channeling this information, right? Then you got the deep blue, which is the inner knowing, okay? You're calm, you're observant, you're intuitive. You see the truth without trying. There's no point in trying to lie to you, really. You're claircognizant and clairvoyant. You have a quiet but powerful presence, okay? I know Ziya, I know she's not quiet, but the third eye, wait, right there, when I say activation on your PDF, it's really just meaning it's being amplified, because your third eye has always been activated, okay? You're an indigo child, you're a Blu-ray child, and you're an amethyst order child. And I know you're very intuitive, and you have to get the discernment, yes. So, bright violet at the forehead, this is about a spiritual initiation you're going through right now. For sure, you're going through many. I don't feel like you're just going through one, you're going through many. You're shedding many old identities at once. You could be getting a lot of intuitive downloads right now. Clear inner voice, which I want to say your higher self is very close to you. Very, that inner voice that you hear, that's your higher self. I want to say that is your higher self. And then you could be having a lot of prophetic dreams right now as well. So then you see the blue flame around her throat. That is the blue flame activation, showing her lineage, Elohim, her connection to the blue flame. Also this, her Blu-ray coding and her indigo coding, right? So this is about sound healing, truth frequency, enacting divine law and universal laws and keeping those intact. And I feel like this is something she has done throughout the cosmos, okay? And this shows you're stepping into true embodiment, honesty, and soul-aligned action. Your voice and presence are becoming powerful tools. So then around her cheeks and around her jaw and around her mouth, you get the pink and the peach gold blend, okay? This is about heartfelt expression, okay? So this means that you're very creative in your expression. You know how to get what you want with your words. You know what I'm saying? But you're also very warm. You know how to talk to somebody. You know how to uplift them. You know the right things to say to someone if they're upset or something like that, you know? This is about softness beneath the strength. You're creative. Creatively expressive, like I said. You're very connected to your inner child joy and authenticity. So that means, this tells me like the things that you witnessed as a kid that you were like, that will never be me, or, you know, I'll be damned, you know what I'm saying? Those morals and those oaths you made to yourself as a kid and those vows, you've adhered to them pretty much, and you still keep those oaths and vows, and you're very connected to them now, which is very beautiful. So down towards your sacral area, it's more of like a burnt orange and copper, and this gives you the archetype of the determined one, okay? So this tells me that you're hardworking, resilient, you push through exhaustion, you have a strong willpower, because you've had to be strong, you've had to push through things. This is someone who's gonna, if there's a will, there's a way, you know, they're gonna make a way, you know, you've survived many cycles of burnout, but you always rise again. So around the heart area, that's that emerald order coming through. This is the heart healer, right? So you probably, well, I know, you've been through a lot of heart initiations. So this can look like breakups, letdowns, disappointments with the heart, with people you love, and things like that. This is for emotional wisdom for you to carry forward and to help others with, right? You're naturally compassionate. You're very nurturing. You're a mama. You're emotionally intelligent. And this also gives you ancient healer resonance, okay? And then the white angelic quartz is you are guided and protected. This is about divine protection since childhood, strong guardian presence around you since you were a baby girl, and that you are intuitive, that you are safe, that things are going to work out for you, things are going to get better for you. It's really a matter of trusting yourself. That's a journey you're on right now, is really trusting yourself. So you naturally attract angelic protection, okay? So now getting into the texture and pattern of your aura. So it's mostly vibrant, okay, with some dense layering here and there, but this is because you're going through things, right? But this shows, the vibrancy shows to me that you have a strong life force, a deep emotional world. You're very vibrant, you know what I'm saying? Very multifaceted, right? There's many different avenues and aspects to you, right? You have an innate resilience. You're grounded and intuitive at the same time. And then I noticed more towards like the sacral, where the burnt orange and the copper is at. It's more pressurized. And again, that just shows that you've really not had a place in life to really be vulnerable, to really rest, right? This shows me that you internalize a lot. You have a strong emotional container, though. You're very self-contained. You rarely reveal the full inner experience. And that's maybe because it's never been safe for you to do that for anyone, you know. Someone probably held something against you as a kid, or, you know, really turned something against you, and you were like, whoa, you know. And then the crown sparks at the top, that tells me again, this is just spiritual downloads coming in, so frequent for her, sudden clarity, the intuition, the gift of discernment, just the knob going way up, because I already know she's very intuitive, and she's got the gift of discernment. But it's just going like way up, that inner voice, your higher self, it's going to go up. It's just going to keep going up. Okay? You're going through a lot of initiations. So here's some affirmations I would like to share with you, Ziya, to help you integrate, you know, these new frequencies that are coming online for you. So all my needs are met in divine timing. I am open to receiving support from the universe. That's a big one. I trust the version of me I am becoming. My energy resets easily and my soul is guiding me. My path is stabilizing. I am protected as I rise. I give my stress back to the universe. My body deserves rest, right? And reset, right? Almost said reset, but yeah, your body deserves reset and rest. So the final message, closing this up, I just want to say you are entering a new timeline of clarity, peace, and spiritual maturity. Hold on, it's gonna get better. It is going to get better soon, okay? Your third eye is awakening more and more and more, okay? Your heart is healing, so your heart field is opening more, your heart chakra is opening more, your path is stabilizing. Your higher self is incredibly close right now, and so are your guides, and so are your ancestors, and they're gently guiding every step for you. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, and I'm honored to read for you. I love you so much. I miss you so much, Ziya. And I hope you love this reading. And again, if you guys want an aura reading, you can purchase one on Etsy if you don't want it to be shared, and on Coffee. Yeah. Or if you still want a free one and you're fine with me sharing it, email me, rainbowtarot1221@gmail.com. Omni-love. Until the next time.